So you've begun exploring the endless dangers of the gate facility. Well, here are some essential tips to aid in your expedition. Let's start off with talking about two critical items that will help you manage your survival needs: the military cot and the soup bowl. The military cot, first found in manufacturing near the blacksmith, is a portable bed that allows you to rest any time while exploring. Simply place it down when you get tired and recover your stamina on the go. The soup bowl, as the name implies, stores soup, which can be cooked once you reach level 3 cooking or by using the bowl near the blacksmith. Soups are some of the strongest food items in the game. Not only do they not decay, but they also restore both hunger and thirst, while often granting valuable experience buffs depending on the recipe used. For example, pea soup increases your sneaking and sprinting experience, while sustained soup boosts your accuracy and reloading experience. With survival covered, let's now talk about equipment, specifically trinkets. After completing the train in manufacturing, you'll gain access to pocket watches, which can be salvaged to give you exquisite chains. These are key crafting components for some of the game's strongest trinkets, two of which become available almost immediately: the crystalline vial and the spuddy. The crystalline vial requires crystal dust obtained from the invisible crystal enemies found in the mines. When equipped, it reveals hidden enemies and passively recharges your power-based items, which become increasingly common as you progress through the game. As for the spuddy, it's crafted using a potato, which are often found in refrigerators. It increases enemy drop rates, making it ideal for farming specific items. Speaking of which, as soon as you reach manufacturing, you'll have an opportunity to significantly increase your inventory space courtesy of the lab rats. However, this requires you to do something rather specific. First, you have to craft a net launcher, which is going to require you to obtain some rebar. Then, shoot a net at one of the lab rats, often found near the various trams. While it's stunned, kill it using a blunt weapon, and if done correctly, it will drop the Rat Pack, a massive backpack with 30 inventory slots, though it offers no weight reduction. The last two items that I want to make a quick note of are the jump pad and the mug nades. The jump pad, as the name implies, improves your mobility, helping you navigate the facility more easily and occasionally even skipping entire sections. As for the mug nades, they'll delete pretty much any enemy you come across. To craft them, you'll need a gaseous nest for the jump pad, which can be found throughout the office sector, and for the mug nades, you'll need coffee mugs and fertilizer along with chains from manufacturing. For the former two, you can actually collect them at the same time. All you need to do is craft a makeshift toilet, drink a lot of coffee from the cafeteria to collect the mugs, and then, well, use the aftermath to make the fertilizer. As you progress through the game, you'll quickly realize just how many materials you'll need and how fast you can run out of them. It can be frustrating trying to track down specific resources you haven't already looted, especially when supplies become scarce. Fortunately, very few things in the game are truly limited. With the right knowledge, nearly everything can be replenished. Take screws, for example. You'll burn through them constantly. While you can craft them from scrap metal, doing this repeatedly just shifts the problem. But there's an easy and efficient solution. Once you reach manufacturing and gain access to the blacksmith, you unlock a reliable way to farm both scrap metal and screws. How? Well, anvils can be recycled for 20 scrap metal, which can be crafted into 10 screws. And you're able to buy anvils indefinitely from the blacksmith by trading him security bot CPUs. By setting up a farm near the bots, you'll not only gain access to a steady supply of the CPUs, but by extension, all the metal and screws you'll ever need. Eventually, you'll also gain access to exchangers, which become available in the labs. This allows you to trade specific items for a different type, helping you stay stocked on harder to find materials. The three items available at the exchange in the labs are silver for carbon, wheat for gems, and gems for liquid crystal. These conversions are extremely useful as both silver scrap and wheat are plentiful. Another thing to note is the resources found in Portal Worlds are infinite. Every few nights, the Portal Worlds reset, allowing you to collect everything again. If you're willing to revisit these areas regularly, you'll never truly run out of supplies. Once you reach the labs, navigating the facility becomes significantly easier thanks to the personal teleporters, handheld devices that allow you to instantly travel to any synced crafting benches. Each teleporter has the ability to sync to a crafting bench. Once linked, you're able to use the teleporter from anywhere in the facility to instantly transport to that specific bench. The most obvious use for this is to set up one in your main base, giving you a quick way to return home at any point. However, the real power of these devices lies in how they let you traverse the facility efficiently by establishing mini bases in strategic locations. They allow you to start building small outposts in key areas of the facility, especially spots with valuable materials or places you frequently revisit. Here's how to make the most of your teleporters. Set up a crafting bench at your desired location. Give each bench a unique name for easy identification. Then sync the personal teleporter to the bench. At your main base, create a storage or display area for your teleporters. Then whenever you need to travel to a specific area, just grab a teleporter off your shelf and boom, you're there. And then you can just use your main teleporter to return to the base. With this setup, you'll effectively eliminate most of the backtracking and travel time between the different areas of the game. Now, the main bottleneck to creating your teleporters is going to be the memory brick, which requires a jailbroken CPU, an item obtained from the second tier of security bots. These bots can be a bit tough to handle, but that's where our next tip comes into play. Every variation of the security bot CPU is a vital resource you'll be using regularly throughout the game. Because of their importance, it's a smart idea to set up a dedicated farm so you'll always have a steady supply when you need one. My go-to method for farming these dangerous bots is by using Tesla coils. They deal high damage, are relatively inexpensive to craft, and require very little maintenance. Now, the number of Tesla coils you need depends on the tier of security bot you're farming. The basic security bots really only take 1, the tier 2s take about 3, and the tier 3s take about 5. Now, the main bottleneck to crafting Tesla coils is canisters, which are obtained by salvaging fire extinguishers. And while they can be somewhat scarce in the facility, they are actually a renewable resource, with multiple fire extinguishers able to be found on the train. Once you have all your Tesla coils, next you're going to need a battery, a lever, and a plug strip. Then you need to head to the spawn location you're going to farm, set up your Tesla coils nearby, connect the power source to the battery to the lever to the plug strip, and finally the plug strip to the coils. Once everything is connected, all you need to do is wait for the bot to activate, and the coils will do all the work. Then flip the lever to turn them off and collect your CPU. If you'd like to simplify this setup even further, consider using the Glow Shard Trinket. When equipped, Tesla coils will completely ignore you, meaning you can skip the lever entirely. You can pick up this trinket by obtaining the glowing rock beneath a corpse located just beyond the shortcut to the labs. Now, one last critical detail is these farms will only work if you're nearby in the area, because if you're too far away, the bots won't become active. Our last major tip focuses on how to progress through manufacturing and labs. Manufacturing can be intimidating your first time through. At this point, your weapons and armor can feel underpowered as the enemies hit like a truck and are incredibly tanky. It's normal to suffer a few deaths while trying to figure out how to navigate the area, especially the center section. But here's the trick. You don't actually need to go through the middle area at all. The only materials you need in that section are cables and military electronics to craft the tier 2 hacking pad. Luckily, you can gather these materials without ever stepping into the center zone, as they're readily available in the areas surrounding the blacksmith. Once you have the hacking pad, you can skip the middle entirely and head straight to the mines, which are more manageable and packed with resources to better help you survive, like chains, which allow you to craft mugnades, which, as we've already established, are incredibly overpowered. Now, when it comes to the labs, I want to remain a bit vague, but I will give one crucial piece of advice. The key to progressing in labs is time. To speed things up, head to the 3rd floor of the actual laboratory, make your way past the breacher, who's the guy with a shotgun, and you'll find a seed in a nearby room. Take the seed back to your base, grow it, and eat the resulting fruit. And one final bonus tip, if you need a permanent light source for your base, use lanterns. They're incredibly effective. With that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.